Welcome back to Movie Bites. Today I will review a 2011 movie called War Horse. The movie begins with Albert watching his neighbor's horse give birth. Time passes and the little horse grows. Albert approaches the horse and tries to feed it but fails, as it runs back to its mother. Later we see the two horses being taken to an auction. Ted Narracott, Albert's father, is amazed upon seeing the horse's beauty. The auction starts and his friends remind him that he needs a more solid horse for farming, but he still bids until he gets the horse. At home, his wife Rose and his son Albert see him with the horse. Rose is disappointed because it's not what they need to help them in farming, but Albert is happy that they already own the horse. He promises his mother that he will train it. Later, we see Albert struggling to feed the horse unsuccessfully. At last, as he slowly approaches while talking, he successfully gets its trust. He names the horse Joey. Albert trains Joey every day to respond and come to him when he whistles. After many attempts, the horse responds to the whistle. Over time, this whistle becomes the means of telling Joe that Albert is calling. Later, we see the landlord collecting the rent payment from the Narracott's farm, but they are short. Mr. Lyons wants his complete payment. Ted assures him that they will get his money once they plow the land and get the planting started. He gives them a due if they are able to plow their land. He will give them an extension. Meanwhile, Ted tries to put the collar on Joey, but he struggles. Joey accidentally pushes off Ted and Albert quickly calms Joey down. Angry Ted grabs his gun and points it at Joey, but Albert steps in front of him. He promises his father that he will teach Joey how to plow the land. The tension goes down and the family goes back to their house. Later, we see Albert talking to Joey after gaining Joey's trust. Albert successfully puts on the collar. Then he proceeds to teach Joey how to plow, while Ted is watching them. The landlord arrives and watches Albert. After applying the equipment, Joey isn't moving. Albert grabs the whip and hits the ground. This scares Joey and he runs dragging Albert. Many people arrive and watch Albert and Joey. He is encouraging Joey with his words, but Joey collapses. Meanwhile, the rain starts pouring. Albert notes that the ground has become loose because of the rain and tells Joey to continue. Joey finally manages to plow the land and the people cheer for them. Rose gets out of the house and watches her son fulfilling his promise. In the barn, Rose tells Albert that he has done a great job and that he should be proud of the achievements. She then gives him his father's campaign pennant. Albert keeps the pennant while Teddy is seen planting outside. The scene changes to Albert riding Joey. They come across the landlord's son driving his father's car, while boasting to a girl about how rich he is. The two race, which Albert and Joey won. Joey suddenly stops because he doesn't know how to jump yet, sending Albert flying. Then the two go home when the storm is coming. The next day, all of their crops are damaged, making them unable to pay the rest of their debt. Meanwhile, a man informs everyone in the town that the war is happening with Germany. Albert runs to the barn, only to find out that Joey isn't there. He asks his mother about his father and Joey. Albert quickly runs to the town, but Ted already sold Joey to Captain James Nichols. Albert tries to beg the captain, but it's too late. He tried to volunteer and enlist himself in the army, but Captain James declines because he is still underage. Captain James promises him that he will take care of Joey. Before letting go, Albert ties Ted's pennant to Joey and promises to find him again. At the camp, we see the soldiers ride their horses. With the signal they all run for a race, but Captain James and Joey won in the end. Then we see Captain James drawing a picture of Joey. He plans on sending Albert a letter with Joey's picture to know its situation in the camp. The next day, we see them surprising the enemies with an attack. They manage to kill several soldiers. Others run to the machine guns. The German soldiers manage to fight and shoot back at them, killing Captain James and many of his men. Fortunately, Joey survives, but he is captured along with other horses. A young German soldier named Gunther sees Joey and suggests that they use him to transport the injured comrades. Meanwhile, Albert receives a parcel that contains Captain James's sketchbook. He's so happy to see the drawings of Joey, but upon learning of the captain's death while riding Joey, his happiness turns into worrying for his friend. In the German camp, they receive a marching order because enemies are pushing the line. Gunther is told to stay with the horses, providing a fast response if needed. He tries to convince the captain that his younger brother, Michael, should stay with him, but the captain declines. The two brothers talk in their barracks. It turns out that Michael wants to go, but Günther promised their mother that he will keep his brother safe at all times. Assuring that he will be fine, Michael heads out to the line. Günther gives the pennant that he gets from Joey to Michael. As the soldiers march their way, Günther prepares Joey and another horse, then follows the marching soldiers. Günther grabs his brother and the two flee using the two horses. The two hide in a windmill along with the horses. Günther and Michael talk about their family and joke around for a while, before resting. Later, the sound of vehicles wakes the horses up. The two brothers try to hide, but they're still found by their superiors. Günther and Michael are executed. Fortunately, the soldiers didn't see the two horses. Morning comes and the horses are found by a girl named Emily. At her home, she and her grandfather Bonar talk about what happened to her parents. Emily begins to tell Bonar about the horses, if he tells her the truth. She introduces the horses to Bonar. Emily is sick, that's why Bonar tells her that she can't ride them, but she is persistent. Later, we see Emily teaching Joey how to jump. Emily jumps to a lower skip but Joey just follows her. Bonar just laughs as he watches his granddaughter, determined to teach Joey. She also tries to ride Joey, but Bonar stops her. Then they hear vehicles coming. Bonar orders Emily to hide the horses and greets the soldiers. The soldiers take all their crops and the jam he makes for a living, saying that they must share food with the soldiers at war. The soldiers also take the two horses, leaving Emily crying in her grandfather's chest. The scene changes to the German camp, where the horses are used to pull heavy artilleries. While pulling a cannon, a horse collapses. The captain quickly shoots it and asks for a replacement, so they use Joey. After successfully pulling the cannon to the top, the soldiers loaded up cannon and fire at the battlefield. The English soldiers are watching the explosions light up the night sky while hiding in their trench, and one of them is Albert. The year is 1918 and Albert enlisted in the war. Albert, along with other soldiers, charge towards the enemies. Many soldiers die. As the battle continues, he manages to take down an enemy with a machine gun, enabling them to move forward. They successfully reach the enemy's trenches. Albert sees a way out, but a gas bomb explodes. On the way back, the German battalion is attacked. They let Joey run, but a tank comes in his way. With no choice, Joey jumps over the tank and runs continuously off the battlefield, where he's caught by barbed wires, injuring him. One English soldier, named Colin, sees Joey from afar. He tries to call for him, but he doesn't respond. Colin raises a white flag and walks over to Joey. The enemy soldiers fire a warning shot, but he tells them he only wants to help the horse. Seeing Joey's situation up close, Colin knew it won't be easy helping him. Fortunately, a German soldier brings a wire cutter. The two soldiers help each other in freeing Joey, talking and joking around, like they are not in war. The two enemy soldiers form an unlikely friendship because of a horse. After removing all the barbed wires, they call Joey Warhorse. Collins and the German soldier both want to take Joey to their side. In the end they decide to toss a coin, which Colin wins, and brings Joey to his side. Before parting ways, Peter gives the wire cutter to Colin as a remembrance. The scene changes to Albert. Fortunately, he survives the gas, but it blinded him for a while. He is taken into the infirmary where soldiers are being treated. Colin takes Joey to the same infirmary as well. He asks the doctor to treat Joey's wounds, but the doctor says the horse is badly injured and would die soon. He then asks the sergeant to take Joey away and Mercy kills him. Albert notices the commotion where Joey is and asks a man about it. Upon knowing that it's about a miraculous horse, only one horse came to his mind. Joey is about to be taken down when they hear a whistle. Joey responds and looks for it but can't find where it came from. That whistle, he remembers very well. Everybody gives way to Albert blindly walking to the crowd while doing the whistle. Joey walks to him and the two friends finally found each other. After 4 years, the doctor tells Albert that it's just a random horse, but Albert responds that he's not. He describes Joey perfectly, but because of the mud, Joey looks like an old black horse. Colin washes over his feet, revealing the white socks, and the doctor himself cleans Joey's face, revealing his mark, just like what Albert describes. He tells Albert that he will treat Joey like the soldier he is. Later the soldiers receive an announcement that the war finally ended. However, Albert won't be able to take Joey home because they are ordered to auction all the horses. His comrades collect £29 for him so that he can buy the horse. They go to the auction and bidding on Joey began. At the auction, a butcher is bidding against Talbot. They bid until they reach £30, but Albert only has £29. Suddenly a voice is heard from the crowd, saying, £100. He is Bonnard. At the end of the auction, Albert tries to talk to him, but he's determined to take Joey home. It turns out that Emily died, and Joey is all that's left of Emily. As Bonnard is taking Joey, he runs back to Albert. Albert assures him that it will be okay and gives him back to Bonnard. Bonnard realizes that Emily would want Joey to be back with his owner. He gives Joey back to Albert, along with the pennant. Before leaving, Albert asks for Emily's name, to which Bonnard answers with a smile. Albert and Joey come home to Ted and Rose. The family hugs as Joey watches over. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel. It helps us a lot.